Hello viewers, welcome to Debu's Chem classes. I am putting videos based on 11th and 12th chemistry of Tamil Nadu government syllabus. So please share this video link to all the 11th and 12th users so that they can learn the concepts easily. Today's class is about chemical calculations, and in that we are going to see about how to calculate molecular formula from empirical formula. This problem we have already seen in the last video. Based on the percentage composition of the elements present, we just calculate the empirical formula of the compound as CH2O. From empirical formula, we are going to determine molecular formula now. For to calculate molecular formula, we have to use the formula molecular formula is equal to N into empirical formula. So N is actually a whole number and which should be calculated from using the formula molar mass of the compound divided by calculated empirical formula mass. So calculated empirical formula means we have to calculate the mass of the elements present in the empirical formula. Okay. So let us see example. The empirical formula found in this problem is CH2O. So we have to calculate all the atomic masses of the elements present in empirical formula. We are going to calculate N value by employing the formula molar mass divided by calculated empirical formula mass. Molar mass of the compound is 60 and it will be given in the problem. Okay. If it is not given in the problem, sometimes they have indirectly given vapor density. Formula for calculating molar mass is equal to 2 into vapor density. So it will be given in your problem. Okay. So molar mass of this compound is 60 and calculated empirical formula mass is 30. If you divide this two value, you can get 2 as the answer. So N value is 2. So for to calculate molecular formula, we have to employ this formula N into empirical formula. Otherwise, we also employ this formula also, empirical formula N times. So this also you have to employ. So here we are employing the second method. Okay. So empirical formula is CH2O. N value is 2. So we can get C2H4O2. And this is actually the formula for acetic acid. Okay. Then let us see the next concept, stoichiometry. So stoichiometry in generally it deals about the balancing proportions of the equations, a balanced chemical equation. Okay. So in Greek actually stoichion means element and metron means measure. So stoichiometry actually gives the numerical relationship between the chemical quantities that present in a chemical balanced chemical equation. So numerical relationship in the sense it may be moles concept, volume concept or mass concept, etc. Okay. So let us see example of equation a formation of carbon dioxide from carbon and oxygen. So in this equation it is a balanced equation. Okay. So otherwise we can say it is a stoichiometric equation. Okay. It is a balanced equation. Right. Then here if you see the coefficient, we have one before carbon, one before oxygen and one before CO2. And according to the in order to calculate the amount of chemical quantity we used to denote a term mole. So we consider it is 1 mole of carbon, 1 mole of oxygen and 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Remember all ratios are same. So we just equate them because it is a balanced chemical equation and all lies in balanced proportions. So we just equate them. 1 mole of carbon is equal to 1 mole of O2 is equal to 1 mole of CO2. We usually denote a double line for equal to symbol, and since it is a stoichiometric balanced equation, we denote the triple lined symbol, so which means actually stoichiometrically equal to. Okay. So let us see the next one, stoichiometric calculations. How should we calculate mass or either number of moles or volume based on the details or the data that is available from a balanced chemical equation. So we are going to employ so many formulas. For to calculate number of moles from mass, we should divide mass by molar mass. Okay, mass divided by molar mass. So if you do this, calculation, we can get number of moles. Otherwise, we can calculate by using volume. We can calculate number of moles by dividing volume by the molar volume, that is nothing but 22.4 liters. Okay, then we can also find out mass from number of moles by multiplying number of moles into molar mass. Okay, so by multiplying number of moles into molar mass, we can calculate the mass, given mass of the substance. As well as we can also calculate the volume. Okay, we can also calculate the volume by multiplying number of moles into the molar volume, that is 22.4 liter. Okay, let us see example. How many moles of hydrogen is required to 10 moles of ammonia? Let us understand the question well. To produce 10 moles of ammonia, how many moles of hydrogen is required? Remember one thing, ammonia is prepared from nitrogen and hydrogen. 1 mole of hydrogen plus 3 moles of 1 mole of nitrogen plus 3 moles of hydrogen gives 2 moles of ammonia. This is the equation. So remember this. We need actually to produce 2 moles of ammonia, we need actually 3 moles of hydrogen, isn't it or not? So like a word problem, we are going to solve this problem. Okay, so for to produce 2 moles of ammonia, we need actually 3 moles of hydrogen, isn't it or not? Then therefore, as per problem given, 10 moles of ammonia is produced by how much hydrogen? Cross multiply and bring this term under division. So you can get 10 into 3 divided by 2. So if you simplify this value, you can get 5 into 3, 15 moles of hydrogen. Okay. So this is like a word problem. To produce 2 moles of ammonia, we need actually 3 moles of hydrogen as per equation, stoichiometric equation. Okay, then to produce 10 moles of ammonia, we need actually 3 into 10 divided by 2. So if you simplify this, you can get 15 moles of hydrogen. Then let us see one more problem. How much volume of chlorine is required to form 11.2 liter of HCl at 273 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere pressure? This is actually standard room temperature and pressure. So the question is, how much volume of chlorine is required to produce 11.2 liter of HCl? So HCl is formed from chlorine and hydrogen. Chlorine and hydrogen. So let us write the equation first. The equation is H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. This is a stoichiometric equation. Okay. So we usually denote the amount of chemical substance in terms of mole. So 1 mole of hydrogen plus 1 mole of chlorine gives 2 moles of HCl. But in our problem, it is given in terms of volume. So we are just going to say in terms of volume. Okay. So remember one thing, 1 mole of any substance contain the molar volume, that is 22.4 liter. Okay, so 1 mole of substance contain 22.4 liter volume. Okay, right. So this is we are going to apply now. So 20 to 1 volume of 1 mole, the 1 mole of hydrogen is nothing but 1 volume of hydrogen, that is which is equal to 22.4 liter. So 22.4 liter of hydrogen plus 22.4 liter of chlorine, 2 moles. 2 moles means 2 into 22.4 liter, that is 44.8 liter. So again we are going to employ word problem, like a word problem we are going to solve this problem. Okay, so remember, as per equation, balanced equation, 2 moles of HCl, okay, is produced out of 1 mole of chlorine. Otherwise you can say 44.8 liter HCl is produced from 22.4 liter chlorine. Okay, therefore our question is 11.2 liter of HCl is produced from how much amount of chlorine? Cross multiply and divide. Cross multiply these two values. 11.2 into 22.4. Bring this 44.8 as division. Okay, so that you can get, if you simplify this value, you can get 5.6 liters. Okay, so once again, to produce 2 moles of HCl, we need 1 mole of chlorine. Write this in terms of volume. So 2 moles is nothing but 44.8 liters of HCl. So to produce 44.8 liters of HCl, we need 22.4 liters of chlorine. Therefore, to produce 11.2 liters of HCl, we need actually 22.4. Cross multiply this. Okay, cross multiply this value 11.2 into 22.4 divided by, bring this term under division. So 44.8. If you simplify this value, you can get 5.6 liters. So let us see remaining in the next video. So please give valuable comments to improve my channel. Please like my channel. Then subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you.